So I want to start off today by showing off a photo of how I get to school as a Nagoya International School student. So I get to ride a really cool bus, has curtains, really nice seats, and if you get to sit on the aisle, you get a nice armrest with it. It's much nicer in comparison to the bus I used to ride to school in America. Now, obviously, this is an over-exaggeration, but I feel like my fellow Americans know that it's a visual representation of what it feels like, chewed up leather seats and a cranky bus driver in the front. So now I'm going to switch over to how a student from an underdeveloped Asian country like Cambodia would get to school, and that is on a scooter. Usually an adult's not even there. It's a kid who's like 13, 16, maybe even younger driving it, and if something were to happen to them, who knows how they could get help. And I'm going to switch over to how I talk to some of my friends, texting, sending each other 3 a.m. texts when we have a big English assignment due in a few hours. And then I'm going to go to how I witnessed people talking in Cambodia, which is more physical, face-to-face communication. So in November of 2018, as a part of my Home Builders Club, as a part of the Home Builders Club in Nagoya International School, we took a trip to Cambodia to help build a school for students living in a village. This guy right here is Bon. He was my buddy back in Cambodia. We like to joke around while we're building stuff, and he looks like he may be a few years younger than me, but he's actually the same age as me. He was 16 when we took that picture. This guy here is actually 14 too. So this whole Cambodia trip really was eye-opening for me because it's my first time in an underdeveloped country, and seeing it on TV is much different than seeing it in person, and meeting all these students, it was really crazy, and I had such a blast with them, and they were so happy. Fast forward to the nice bus again. When I come back, it's the morning. I'm riding the bus, with my friends, and we just hear a bunch of screaming and kids littering on the bus. And if you notice, all of them are slouching because they're all on their cell phones. And then here's a visual representation of me on the back trying to fix my hair, grumpy because it's messy. So back to Cambodia, these people were really like the happiest people I've ever met. And you'd think it'd be the opposite because it's an underdeveloped country, and compared to us, they have almost nothing. That's Laihan also, by the way. He was like our tour guide, really cool guy. He's a dog whisperer. But yeah, and so I started wondering why are these people so happy compared to us when, if you think about it, we have so much more than them. And I'm talking more of people my age, teenagers and maybe younger. And I think the three factors, there's much more, but the three factors I'm going to be talking about are, first, social media. I think social media makes a lot of us insecure, and we spend so much time on it, and it makes us kind of forget what it's like being human in a way, and we become different. People in Cambodia, they may have social media, I'm not sure, but I feel like when it comes to digital stuff, they don't have as much, and that leads to them being more human and being more happy. Because although social media has its nice parts, it also has a lot of negative parts to it. And this is more for the younger kids. Clothing. When I was in 8th grade, I thought Supreme was the coolest thing ever, and I really wanted Yeezys. But as I grew older, I realized how ridiculous that is, and I should be more grateful that I even have clothes to wear. A lot of the kids in Cambodia, they had shirts and jeans, but they're all wearing like flip-flops and slide-on sandals, and in the working conditions we were in, it's kind of dangerous. I actually dropped a log on my toe, and it hurt. So imagine if that happened to someone with open-toed shoes. And of course, cell phones. You guys love them? I love them, Great. I feel like back to social media, which has to do with cell phones, I feel like just the whole internet has caused a lot of negativity for children my age, and it makes us not, it makes us a little less sensitive and a little more dramatic. You read a YouTube comment section and they're getting in arguments, sending each other death threats over whether the new Star Wars series is good or not, you know. And yeah, so my suggestion is if you get in a fight on the internet and you're about to freak out about it, suck it up, because everybody goes through a lot of bad things, you know, but we need to realize how lucky we are living in a country like Japan or America, and how we have so much you know, because the greatest gift you'll ever receive is life itself. From WeLoveQuotes.com. Thank you very much.